Hello everyone, my name is satpute. So today's video is on a special request by my brother Ayush. He told me what are the ways to overcome addiction. Now this is a very genuine question and it's a problem of a lot of teenagers today. They're addicted to social media, they're addicted to drugs, they're also addicted to junk food, they're also addicted to all those Netflix and all those materialistic things that are available around us. Not only just teenagers, most of the men, most of the young men today are also attached, or what you say, addicted to all of these substances. This video is not only helpful for teenagers but also for the people who are at my level, that is the 18 or 90. So there is a tip for all of you. This is my third video, and what I want you to do is take a page and a pen and just write the points that I tell you, so that what happens is you get out of that forgetting curve. Now, what is the forgetting curve? Let us take an example. You read something and for the first 5 minutes, it's in your brain at the finest level. What happens after 5 minutes is that the information slowly starts to get reduced. For example, if you read 10 lines, after 5 minutes or at 10 minutes, only 5 lines can be remembered by your brain. And after 30 minutes, everything is lost. If you just use reels after what you studied, everything is lost. So to break from that forgetting curve, you need to write the points. What will happen is after 5 minutes, the first 5 minutes, you are going to memorize each and every point of this video, but after 5 minutes everything will vanish. So when you will read the points again, it will be stored in your brain for more 5 minutes. Read again, more 10 minutes. Read again, more 15 minutes. So like this you can memorize each and every points of my videos, as well as you can memorize your exam study too. What you are reading, you can also memorize that. So what I want you to do is write each and every points that I will be mentioning for your own benefit, as you want to improve, as you're on your self-improvement journey, right? So let's get started. So first of all, I'm categorizing the addiction into 3 parts. That is the social media addiction, the porn addiction, and the materialistic addiction. What is this social media addiction? Basically, hours and hours scrolling of reels, hours and hours scrolling of shorts. You are addicted to Snapchats, you are addicted to Instagram Reels, you are addicted to YouTube. Basically, you are addicted to social media. You cannot live without social media. You cannot do anything. You are just sitting there scrolling Reels for more than 3 hours, 4 hours a day. As a teenager, you don't have nothing, but you have time. So use it wisely by following my advices and by listening to my videos and to Hamza and to Andrew Tate. They can change your life, and it's my guarantee also. So the first addiction, that is the social media addiction I talked about. The second addiction is your porn addictions. Now, what is this porn addiction? Okay, why is everybody talking about NoFap on the internet? So what happens is when you watch porn, okay, it releases dopamine in your head. Now, what is this dopamine and what are those serotonins and oxytocins? If you are a NEET aspirant, you know it. But if you are a JEE aspirant, or if you are just in 9th grade or 8th grade, let me tell you in very easy languages. So let me tell you what dopamine is. Imagine you are eating your favorite food. So the happy hormones are released in your brain when you feel happy. That is what dopamine is. That is what serotonin and oxytocin, like they are all byproducts of dopamine. But the main hormone that releases happiness, that releases stress-free environment for your brain, is the dopamine. So when you watch porn and when you just jack off, what happens is your mind produces dopamine at very extreme level that makes you happy. Your mind craves that, let me do it for one more time, let me do it for one more time. And this is how you ruin your life. You jack off 2 to 3 times a day, and then you feel very low energetic. You are very low performed. Your testosterone is gone. Really, you are damaging the vessels, you are damaging the area of your genitals. Why? Just jacking off 2 to 3 times a day, daily. And I've seen my friends doing this, and they are at the verge Like they were in a very serious depression, they didn't even know what to do, and they started nofap, and now the results are skyrocketing. So this was the addiction of the porn addiction. And the third addiction is the materialistic addiction that I'm talking about, that is eating junk food or the smoking or the alcohol. It does the same, it releases the same dopamine. When you're eating burgers and pizzas, when you're smoking, it produces happy hormones, you feel light, your brain needs it more. But what your brain doesn't tell you is that it's bad for you. That is the only reason why people are addicted, because they don't know that it's bad for them. There is a thing in your brain called prefrontal cortex. It says that what you should do and what you should not. There is a point in your life that says, oh, now it's gone far limit, now I need to stop. That response, that words have been is saying by the prefrontal cortex of your brain. That is what you need to realize now, that oh, it's finished, I have to do more in life. My life is not limited to watching all this Netflix, to eating junk food and fapping 3 times a day. My life is not retained, or my life is not there for entire life. I have to do more. So let's talk about some things. Let's talk about how to reduce it, how I reduced it. Basically, I'm not copying from anyone, okay? When I was on my self-improvement, I did learn from Hamza. I'm just speaking fact, I'm not telling any lies. I just did everything as Hamza did, and I just applied what I also did with it. I will be telling what I did, but also it will have some of the, the essence of the self-improvement videos. It will also have the essence of the motivational aspect, and also the essence of what you should do and what you should not. I will be also sharing my knowledge, but it will also tell you that what you should do and what you should not. You can also add your own things if you are mature enough. I guess you will be in future be more mature, and that is my promise, and that is my way of promoting the self-improvement through these videos through my channel. Okay, so let's start with the first point. So let me tell you what addiction is. As I said in previous, that overdosing of any habit is called addiction. Now let me tell you the difference between a habit and an addiction. This channel will provide you the very basic steps, because I don't need any doubts for you in your head. I just want to make it in each and every simple language. So let me tell you what habit and an addiction is. Let's say you drink. Okay, you don't, but let's say you drink only on birthdays, you drink only on occasionally. So that is a habit, means you can live without drinking for the rest of your life. If someone doesn't provide you any drinks for the rest of your life, you can live. But what is an addiction? That you need it each and every moment of your life. You need it every day. For example, if a man drinks and if he needs it every day, he cannot live without it. It's called addiction. But you have a habit, like for example, you only drink on Sundays or you only drink on birthdays, but you have in control of it. You can resist to it whenever you want, whenever you can. So that is what habit is. So you need to make the difference that I should keep this as a habit or I should keep it as an addiction. So that is the difference between what an habit and addiction is. And I have also explained what an addiction is. That is the overdosing of any of the habit that you have is called an addiction. So I'm not going to talk how to kill your addiction, because that's very far. You cannot do it. Let me be honest. If you are watching reels for 4 hours a day, 3 hours a day, you cannot just simply eradicate it. I will be telling you how to reduce it, and after reducing it, you have to eradicate it. You have to eradicate it, okay? That is the procedure, what I call the addiction reducing procedure. How to reduce addiction? Just don't eradicate it from your life. Just take it at a low level and then just eradicate simply. So let's say if you're watching reels for 3 hours, it's my guarantee that you will be watching reels only for 1 hour after this video. And after watching the 1 hour, reduce it to 30 minutes, then 15 minutes, then to none. You can do it. I did. When I was preparing for my NEET, I switched off all of my social media accounts for 3 months, even my WhatsApp. 3 months. You cannot do it. It's very hard. It felt hard for me. I logged in once. Let me tell you, I logged in once and I checked messages, but I felt guilty and then just completely switched off. That level of maturity you can gain. Yes, you can gain. So let's talk about the social media addiction. Again, you have to control it. You don't have to eradicate it. Okay. So first of all, keep yourself busy. Now what will happen if you are keeping yourself busy? You don't have time to scroll social media. How to keep yourself busy? When you wake up, okay, just take a glass of water and drink, or you can just roam around listening songs, but just don't watch social media. What you can do is you can listen to bhajans, or you can listen to motivational speaks, or you can listen to anything you want, but just don't watch reels. You can drink a cup of water, you can just go in the sun, and you can just walk in the sun. You can just play your sport. You can do anything. You can read books, you can meditate, but you don't watch social media. Keep yourself busy. Keep yourself out of that loop. Don't do what everyone does. Keep yourself out of that loop and just keep yourself busy 24/7. I know it's hard. I know you cannot do it, but you have to. Now, what is meaning by keeping yourself busy? That I have mentioned, that just make the things in an organized pattern, that you don't have time to scroll social media. If you are in a school, just study or just concentrate on your studies and just don't sit behind the class and watch reels. You can do it. It's very simple. It doesn't cost you money. People will say it will cost me money. No, it doesn't cost you money. When you come from the school to your house, just don't watch reels. Go to play. You can play. You can make content like me. You can do something. You can learn a skill. That is the most. So by learning skill, the 2 hours of your life, the 2 hours of that day has gone. No social media, and by this you have just reduced your 3-hour Instagram reels to 1-hour Instagram reels. Just do it for 21 days. What is called the 21 days. So just to do anything, okay, if you want to make it a habit, for example, if you want to study, just study for 21 days at a strict routine, and by the 22nd day you will start studying automatically. You don't need any external motivation. You don't need any reasons. You will do it. So that is why I'm telling you, keep yourself busy. If you want to overcome any of the addiction, you have to keep you busy. When I was studying for many times, to study 12-13 hours a day, I didn't even have time to eat. Then how will I have time to scroll social media? No. You have to keep yourself busy. That is the only way you can kill your social media addiction. Okay, just don't scroll Instagram reels. No one messages you. You don't have any value in your life. Let me tell you, I'm being honest. If you're a boy, congratulations, you don't have any distractions. If you're a girl, you will receive tens and hundreds of messages. But if you are a boy, no one will message you. You don't have any. Your friends just send you reels. That's it. You open your DMs after 6 hours. No one has messaged you. No one is interested in you. That reels, your unemployed friend sends you reels, 9 to 10 reels. Just watch it. That's it. You just have to do it. No, keep in your mind that no one messages you. You are not that important, and just see the change that how you don't use your social media. Let's talk about the main addiction that everyone is waiting for. That is the porn addiction. Now, how I reduced it. So I told to my brain that, oh, it's bad for you. Now my brain responded, no, but it's giving me joy. Oh, it's keeping me happy. I told to my brain, no, he's having a point. But then I told to my brain, no, it's harmful for the future. You can't conceive babies. My brain said, that's also a point. So you have to convince your brain that, oh, it's bad for you. Oh, it's good for you. Oh, it's bad. And eventually you have to convince your brain that it's bad for you. Now, many of the people will say, oh, how do you know it is bad for you? There is a thing called the fruit of actions. For example, if you are doing something, just wait for the fruit of actions. Just wait for the result. If the result is good, continue. If the result is bad, don't continue. And I personally has gone through that phase, and I'm telling you the fruit of the action is bad, so don't do it. Just listen to my videos, just listen to that what I'm saying and what I'm trying to say. Say to your brain that, oh, porn is bad, porn is bad. It just gives you the temporary dopamine. I will be making video on temporary versus the permanent dopamine. I have just started to write the script on it. So it gives you the temporary dopamine in your brain. For that means the dopamine release is just for 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, you feel sleepy. The first 5 minutes, you feel, oh, I'm in heaven. Oh, where am I? Oh, it's feel great. But after 5 minutes, you are feeling lousy, you're feeling sleepy, you're feeling energy tired. So what is the use of what you did? If the end result is bad, then why did you do it? It's as simple as making a sin. You will take time, you will be thinking that what I'm saying, but eventually as you mature, you will think that he was saying right. I know it's happened for me and it happened for everyone. So just listen to me, that porn is bad for you. Just tell your brain, oh, I don't want to watch it. And another reason that you will be quitting porn from now this video is, just tell to your brain that ejaculating semen is just to produce the babies. For example, in the medieval time, people just used to have sex when they wanted babies. That's it. No masturbation, no, the thing was not existed until this Gen Z, or what you say, the millennial, what you say, the post-millennial times. This thing was not normal, and this thing was never ever there. So just tell to your brain that, my sperm is only related when my, so just tell to your brain, oh, my sperm will only be released when I want to have babies. That's it. Just by saying this to your brain and just keeping yourself busy 12 to 13 hours a day will make your addiction less to 80%, and that is my words. So just by following what I said, your addictions will be reduced to 80%. How? Just tell to your brain the porn is bad. Just tell to your brain my semen is just made to produce babies, and just keep yourself busy for 12 to 13 hours. That is the only key you can kill both your social media addictions as well as your porn addictions. The third thing is how to quit junk food and how to quit alcohol and smoking addictions. So they also do the same thing, that is, they release the artificial dopamine or the temporary dopamine in your head. What you have to say to your body, oh, why am I doing this? Am I born to do this? These things are done by the losers. These things are done by the people who don't have any ambition in their life, who don't have any purpose in their life, who don't have any goals in their life. Just you have to say to yourself, oh, smoking cigarettes is bad for you. Smoking cigarettes is bad for you. Just you have to say to your mind, just analyze the environment. It's very filled. It's filled with all the negativity. If it's filled by all the negativity, you have the right to say, oh, I don't do it, oh, I don't do it. Just how you kill all the junk food addictions. For example, you have an addiction to eat junk food. What you have to say to your mind, oh, it's unhealthy, it will make me fat. Just think of what the future, just think of the future, of what it will cause in your future, that you're going to be obese, that you're going to be in a heart patient, or just you are going to live 100 years. If you want to live 100 years, then you have to reduce all those addictions from your life, that is the junk food, the smoke, the weed, the whatever, the materialistic addictions that give you temporary dopamine, and just get rid out of it. The more quickly you get rid out of it, the more likely you will live for 100 years. And your goal is to live for 100 years, because your parents, your generation, your ancestors want to see that what have they created on this earth, so that you will conquer the world. You have to live with this mindset that you have to be the only one, or you have to be the number one. Otherwise you cannot survive in this competitive world. This world will kill you if you are not improving yourself, if you are being lazy on your bed, and if you don't do anything. The world will kill you, and what will happen is it will eventually also kill you. So that was for today. I guess the video is very long, but what I'm trying to say, just implement it in your life, and you will also be happy that, oh, I've done this, oh, I've done this, oh, I have reduced my social media addiction. I recommend you to write the points that I mentioned on a page, and also what you have to do is you have to stick it on your wall, or just read it every day. Trust me, it will help. Thank you.